Hey, what's up everyone? So in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at R5-D4 from the Mandalorian. So I have wanted an R5 for the display for a while. I mean, the first one came out in 2017. I didn't start collecting until 2020, so I missed the 40th anniversary one, but it shot up in price, but I never really went after it because it was underscaled. So I'm so glad that they retooled, resized, R5 just like R2. So nice. And I've always kind of wondered what happened to R5, after his bad motivator incident. So it was so nice to see him in the Mandalorian. And of course, this comes in the Galaxy packaging. Star Wars The Black Series up top. Through the window, you can see R5 and all of his accessories. Super cool. Then we have Star Wars The Mandalorian and R5-D4. On this side of the box, the front window wraps around, and there's the side with the artwork. It's a pretty cool picture. I guess that's supposed to be the interior of Pelimoto's shop. I like it. There's a small window on the top, and on the bottom you get the barcode, some small print, and some logos. And there's the back of the box. You got the same picture as the side. You got a short bio in various languages. R5 is number 33 in the Mando line. And then you got some more small print down there. And the bio says, a battered astromech droid, R5-D4 has had a long operational span bouncing around various owners on Tatooine for decades. Now he resides in Docking Bay 3-5 of Mos Eisley Spaceport in Pelimoto's employ. All right, I'm going to get R5-D4 open, and let's take a look at him. Okay, so here is R5-D4 out of the box, and I just wanted to do a quick little size comparison between the new Black Series R2, and of course this is the Black Series 3PO, and I think this is perfect, right? Because R2 is a little bit above 3PO's waist, okay, so that's right, and of course R5 is a little taller than R2, so I think this scales perfectly. And here's Dagobah R2, so this is on the original Black Series astromech mold, and I mean, you all know, this is laughably small. And I think the original R5 would have been right about here, right? Just a little bit taller than this one, just way underscaled. So I am super happy with this. All right, so let's get a good look at R5. So his, well, I'm gonna call it a dome, but it's not really a dome. He kind of has a trapezoid head, kind of. His dome has some really nice red paint. I love this up here. Now, this panel right there does pop out to plug in the bad motivator, okay? It's this one right there. But the antenna looks good. These look good. I guess those are like his photoreceptors. The silver looks nice. Now on the plastic, I do have some rough spots, like right there, a little bit of right there. It's no huge deal, but yeah, they're there. The red paint there's a little heavy, but no big deal. These things look great. That's what the back of his noggin looks like. Yeah, very, very nice. Now this pattern right there, okay, that is accurate to the Mandalorian, right? Because in A New Hope, he had almost like a prism look all the way around. But for Mando, this is correct, and it looks good. It's just the same thing all the way around. Yeah, pretty sweet. The silver band looks great. The blue, the red looks awesome. These pop out, the doors pop out. Legs look great. Of course, his third leg. That's what his back looks like. Very nice. Now, of course, he could stand to have a wash on him, to bring out all these lines. Okay, but overall, it is a great looking astromech. And for articulation, obviously his head can turn. And of course, we have the storage for all of his accessories. Legs can rotate all the way around. Feet can pivot. And the third leg, you almost have to have something to pull this out. There we go. It does come out, and it does sort of lock in place. Now, I do wish they would have painted these. I think they're supposed to be kind of a silver color like that. These really should have been painted. I mean, yeah, that's unfortunate. Just like on R2, they're not painted. But that's what he looks like in the 3-leg configuration. It looks fine, and this third foot can also rotate. I love that. Yeah, we'll put that back in for now. Now for doors, okay, let's do these first. You kind of have to push on the side there to kind of open them up a little bit, like that. Yeah, then you can get your nail under there. Then same thing on this side. Sort of push on the back corner, and then get your other nail in there, and you can open those doors. Now for these things, you almost have to have some kind of a tool to pry those up because they sit extremely flush. All right, but they do pop out. And that's what that looks like. Okay, I don't think I'll ever use that, but they are there. The doors work well. Now here, let me show you this up here real quick. It helps to get some kind of a blade underneath and just carefully pry up. There we go. So that's what that looks like. Very, very small. But then, okay, you have access to plug in this accessory right here, which is his bad motivator. Little tiny, little bitty thing. Okay, that plugs in there, and it looks good. I don't know that I will ever display him like this. Now, if I got a second one of these for, say, the A New Hope section, I may plug this in, but that's where that little tiny piece goes. All right, very, very tiny. And this thing, I'll just go ahead and put it back to get it oriented correctly. Man, it's so tiny. It's so small. There. Okay, that just sits in. It sits extremely flush. Very flush. I mean, you almost have to have some kind of little thin thing to get under there and just pop. But be super careful, because this thing will fly and it'll just disappear. So that's the bad motivator, and then the rest of the accessories. Here, I'll start with this one. This kind of looks like a shock prod, maybe. It's just black and gray. Pretty cool. And then you have this one. Some nice black and gold paint on it. I like it. And that's what this one looks like. Got some kind of bronze paint on this one. This is probably the Scomp Link. So yeah, that's what that one looks like. And here's this one. This is basically a stick with some gold in the middle. I have no idea what this is for, but the sculpt is pretty neat. And here's the last one. I'm not sure what this is. Could be some kind of welding tool, but you do have some really nice detail in there. Now, I do have some stray black paint there on the tip. No huge deal, but yeah, some pretty cool accessories to go in here. So one thing real quick, I just want to point this out here. Let me bring this up right here. All right, so I was looking at the promo images for R5, and I noticed he has a saw blade accessory. Okay, mine did not come with one, and I went back and looked all through the box, and I really looked at the tray, and there's not even a spot for a saw blade for this particular accessory right there. So comment below if yours has one, or this could be another instance of Hasbro's promo shots just being inaccurate. I don't know. I just thought I'd point that out. Now back to the review. And that's what they look like, all plugged in, and I just kind of randomly stuck them in places. You know, you can put them wherever you want. They're pretty stable once they're in. Now, to push them in, you do have to get as close to R5 as you can and push them in, because if you push from back here, you could break it, okay? They're not very, substantial. They are a little bendy, but yeah, they look good there. All right, here, let me unplug all these, and let's look at the storage up in his noggin. All right, so yeah, this slides out, but I have found, all right, once you slide it up, if you turn it again, it can come out. Then you have much greater access down here to really push these in, because when this is here, right, you can't get your thumb down inside the body to really push them in. Come on, stand up. But if you take the whole head off, then you can really mash them in the slots. Much easier. Now, some of them don't want to stay in, like that one. Yeah, it's like some of these are just a really odd shape. Very odd shape. They do not want to go in. Get in there. There. There's that one, the shock prod, or what I'm going to call a shock prod, Scomp Link, and this little stick. All right, so there you have it. All the tools plugged in. Now this one right here, the motivator, doesn't really sit anywhere. So you can pop this back in. All right, so there's a couple of little notches there. You line those up with those tabs. Just drop it in and then turn it again, and then it'll slide down. So this piece, I think I'm just gonna drop it in there, because it will just sit right there on the ledge. Okay, it can't go inside the body. Okay, there's not enough room, but you can just close that up. Now, it's gonna rattle just a little bit, but at least it's safe. It's contained. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm gonna display him with any of his tools, but this looks great. Just him by himself. So I'm just gonna leave him like this for now. So let's go put him on the shelf and let's see what he looks like there. And there we have it. So I just stuck him over here for now, next to Din, and I think he scales perfectly. I mean, that is a great looking droid. I love the red. I mean, the red just pops on the shelf. Very, very happy to finally have R5 in the collection. So bottom line, it is a great looking figure. I think the details are wonderful from top to bottom. The colors are great. The red and blue, they just look awesome. Just love it. And of course, the storage for all the tools, such a great idea. Love that. And of course the bad motivator, it's in there. There it is. It's sort of tucked up in there in a safe spot, but again, it cannot fall inside the body. There it is. Yeah, because of this, little floor right there. So yeah, that's in a safe spot, but I just love this. Love that. The third leg, it works well. Again, you have to grab it with something, but it's okay. It's okay. The doors work well. These are pretty cool. Yeah, from top to bottom. It is a great looking astromech. So glad to finally have R5 in the collection, but just like always, I want to hear from you guys. So comment below and let me know what you think of R5-D4 from The Mandalorian. And if you enjoy videos on Star Wars The Black Series, please consider dropping a like on this video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and don't forget to turn on notifications. I'd certainly appreciate it. And I just thank you guys so much for watching. See you all next time.